Rukia's Bankai form is finally revealed, and the creepy V Sternritter makes a disturbing appearance in my review of Bleach, chapter 570. So if you are wondering if Nodt is going to survive or not, you can put your actual fears to rest, because that fucker's dead as hell. He got iced over and destroyed. I love how the actual chapter opened up with him lamenting over the fact that he's going to die, and there's the big scene where you get to see he's still in his big monstrous form, all covered in ice, as he slowly starts to fade away. It's a really cool scene. What I didn't expect, though, is that Rukia was actually going to have like a full transformation sequence for her Bankai, and we actually get to see that this week, and it looks really awesome, and it goes with her theme. It's very elegant and awesome, and you can actually see there's little details that you might miss, like the fact when they actually show the blade of her sword, you can actually see through it. You can actually see the wall behind it, and that just goes to show that this sword is literally made out of crystallized ice, and that's just another nice detail. Aside from the fact that her actual new uniform looks really cool, there's also little touches, like the fact that her body turns completely white. She's basically covered in a very thin sheet of ice all over her body, and you can even see that she has this sort of like ice crown going around her head. So she really is the damn Snow Queen. It's awesome. The problem with her abilities are they're so powerful that if she doesn't just slowly turn them off, she might actually kill herself. This is when Byakuya comes in and he tells Rukia that she needs to take things easy and sort of ease off of this technique. But what's really cool here is it looks like brother and sister are going to team up and go rock the fuck out of some Quincy's, so that's really cool. The other half of the chapter reintroduces a character that we have not seen for some time, and that is Yachiru. She's the little girl who's always hanging out with Kenpachi, and she's a character who really hasn't done anything throughout the entire Bleach series, and it looks like this might finally be her chance. And that's because they introduced this very creepy Quincy by the name of, and excuse me if I mispronounce this, it's weird as shit, it is Guanail. Guanail the V Sternritter, and I'm not really sure what to take from his abilities. All I know is he's a creepy fucker who seems to affect people on a sensory level. He's able to make it seem as if he appears randomly in all sort of places, almost like a ghost. And there's a scene where he's actually trying to attack Kotetsu, and that's where Yachiru actually comes in and decks him right in the face, which is really cool, but somehow this gets reversed on her and she ends up getting punched in the face. And I don't know if somehow this was reversed by him, like if he made her attack herself. It's really up in the air at this point, and it sort of ends with this guy saying there's nothing they can do to defeat him, and that's where the chapter comes to a close. Another very quick chapter of Bleach, but a lot of things that are going to introduce a lot of cool elements. Yachiru is a character they've been building up for so long, and I don't even know what her abilities are. She's never really brandished her sword before, but it's been hinted at by the fact that she hangs out with Kenpachi, who's a freaking maniac, by the way, that she's probably going to be able to kick some ass. And I can't wait to see more from this crazy Sternritter guy. If there's one thing that I think Kubo is doing really, really well in this arc, it's giving all of the Quincy a very unique design. And I only say that because in the Arrancar arc, there were characters that looked unique, but for the most part, they were pretty much all the same. Just a bunch of big, evil-looking dudes with weird skull faces that they could take off and transform into big monsters. And this one, they all look very unique. And like I said, even though Nodt is dead, I loved that death scene. It was so cool and so slick. And Rukia just looked so cool in her brand new uniform. That's probably my favorite part of this week's chapter. But the fact that they're going to be reintroducing Yachiru is really awesome. And I actually did like the scene where the Quincy just sort of suddenly appeared. And maybe it is Yachiru's fault, because she's running around like a freaking moron trying to find like a better bed for all the people to sleep on. And maybe that's how the Quincy found out about them. All I know is I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. It's very unpredictable. We've seen Renji, we've seen Rukia, we've barely seen what Byakuya can do, and God knows what Ichigo is going to do with his brand new swords. So this was a good chapter. Again, very, very quick, but it had a lot of really cool artwork. The Rukia brand new form was freaking awesome, and I'm finally glad to see Yachiru and a brand new Quincy character introduced in this week's chapter. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, damn near perfect. I just wish that the pacing was a little better and maybe they would have introduced a little bit more about Rukia and her brand new form, which really only got a couple panels, but boy did they look beautiful. So 9 out of 10, check it out, pretty kick-ass. So if you guys had a chance to check out this week's chapter of Bleach, it's time to let me know what you thought about it, and you can tell me with your comments below. You can tell me about your favorite moments. Did you like Rukia's brand new Bankai form? And what do you think of the brand new Quincy character? Remember guys, before you leave, hit that like button, give this video a thumbs up. It's one of the easiest ways to support our videos. And you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So, I'll see you next time guys. Super Kami Guru 9000. Out.